If you clicked on this video, it's because you want to know how you can get your iTunes or Apple movies on your old iPod. Whether it's the iPod video, like this one, the iPod Classic, or any of the iPods that support video. This video is going to show you how to get that done, so let's go ahead and get right to it, guys. So back in the day when I had an iPod, not like I do now, but back in the day when they were still a very relevant item in your life, you would go on iTunes, purchase movies, TV shows, and such, and then you would go ahead and connect your iPod to the computer, and then you would go ahead and transfer those items that you purchased over to the iPod. It was all supported. You didn't have to do any kind of converting, nothing like that. It just worked. Well, nowadays they make it really difficult to go about getting any of those purchases, aside from music, to work on older devices like this iPod video here. Now again, you probably clicked on this video because you want to learn how to do it. If you clicked on this video instead to make fun of me for watching movies or TV shows on my iPod, well, I guess go ahead and have a laugh. There is actually a community out there that enjoys watching TV shows or movies on an iPod just because of it being a small device that they could take with them that isn't their phone. It's not taking up space on their phone. It's not using their phone where they could be using their phone for other things. So they want to go ahead and be able to put movies or TV shows on this thing and just watch them on there. What I do see in a lot of comments is people wondering, how do you actually put movies and TV shows on there? Well, there are legal ways and there are not so legal ways. Here, I'm going to go ahead and talk to you about the legal ways of putting these movies and TV shows on your iPod. Now, this does require you to go ahead and make purchases on the iTunes store. I don't know what they use nowadays, because honestly, I still use iTunes for all this stuff because iTunes just works for me. And I'm sorry if iTunes does not work with your iPod and stuff like that. I always tell people, just factory reset your iPod. Also, the iPod only works with one music library, so if you bought an iPod off eBay or someone gave you an iPod and it already had music on there, you're not going to be able to add additional music onto it. You're going to have to factory reset it so that it works with your library on your computer. Anyways, so I'm going to switch over to my computer here. I'm going to show you guys exactly how I was able to go ahead and download the versions of movies and TV shows that I've bought through iTunes and add them to my iPod. And it's super easy, actually. I'm sure there's a lot of people that already know about this, but if you don't, stay tuned. Alright guys, so here we are on the iTunes store for PC. If you have iTunes, you know what this looks like, blah blah blah. So we're going to go ahead and just scroll down all the way to the bottom, and I will make a separate video once I figure it out on Macs. I just don't have my MacBook charged up or anything right now, so this is just for PC at the moment. So as you can see down here, you have a features section and purchased. So we're going to go to purchased, and it's going to take me to my movie purchases. And again, you're going to get a look here at my movies. And as you can see down here, it says download HD when available. So you want to uncheck this. You also want to go into edit preferences under downloads. And you want to uncheck download full-size HD video and download high-quality SD video. If you have either of these checked, even with this unchecked, it's still going to download the versions that are checked on here. So make sure these are unchecked. As you can see, it says high quality SD video is not compatible with all iPods. So yeah, make sure these are unchecked, and then make sure this is unchecked as well. So let's go ahead and pick a movie here. Let's go ahead and do Flight of the Navigator. That's one of my favorites. So we're going to click on download with the little cloud icon. All right, and then we're just going to wait for it to download, which shouldn't take too long since I have a pretty decent connection. And then from here, we can't drag these from here, so we're going to head over to library. Okay, so the movie has finished downloading, so we're going to go ahead and look for it in my library list. And yes, you can set this to a different view if you don't want to see all the cover art. So here we go, and as you can see, it does still have the little cloud icon as if it's not downloaded, but it's downloaded. So from here, we're just going to right click, and we're going to drag it right into my iPod, and it's going to go ahead and start the transfer. And then let's go ahead and cut back over to me and my desk. Okay, so now that I've ejected my iPod from my computer, so from here, as you can see, it's going to say movies, and we're going to go ahead and click on the little thingy here. And there it is, guys. There is Flight of the Navigator right there. If that comes through, if not, I am really sorry, but we're going to go ahead and click it, and it's going to go right to the movie. I'm going to wait for it to load. There you go. Simple as that. So you can still do your iTunes purchases. You just have to make sure that the settings in your iTunes are set correctly in order for you to be able to watch the movies. Now, keep in mind, some of these movies are formatted in widescreen, which the iPods are not. So you are going to have sections that may be cut off if the movie was put in widescreen. As you can see here, you might see some of the credit text is cut off on the movie. Wait for it to show some text. Okay, well, right there it's showing almost all of it, but you know what I mean. So just keep that in mind. Some of the movies will be cut off in that way. There are other ways where you can go ahead and convert non-iTunes purchases and do that stuff. I have a separate video for that I'll link up on the thingy up there and then in the description as well. That shows you how to convert those. You cannot convert iTunes purchases using this software that's in the other video because they do have a DRM on them and you will get an error. So just know that going in. I know a lot of people use something called Handbrake on Macs for all their movie converting stuff for iPods. So if you have a Mac, go check that out. That doesn't apply to iTunes stuff though, so just know that going in. But thank you so much for watching. If this video helped you out in any way, drop a like. Subscribe to my channel for more retro tech and retro gaming stuff. And I will definitely catch you guys in the next one. I will see you guys later. Bye-bye.